Hey everyone, Blockchain Bernie here, broadcasting live from sunny San Diego. This is our latest episode, crowdfunding. There are so many crowdfunding platforms out there, so why the heck did I write my own crowdfunding platform? That's what we're going to talk about today. So with crowdfunding, it's an alternative to, classical financing such as, loans and venture capital, business angel investments. So I'm starting my own venture. It's called Bitoku.io. The link is down in the description. And it's a blockchain startup. It's revolutionizing the blockchain world. It's adding a storage layer to smart contracts. So why did I not go for classical venture capital financing, all these things that are out there? First of all, and that's an important question I'm going to talk about in this video, but also, if I don't do classic financing and I go for crowdfunding, why did I do blockchain crowdfunding, right? Why did I do a blockchain-based crowdfunding system? And then why the heck did I build my own, even blockchain-based crowdfunding systems, so-called launch pads, where those crypto startups can launch? There are so many out there, but I built my own. I went through all of that and went the extra mile. Why did I do that? I'll explain all that in this video. Make sure you watch it to the end. If you like content like this, please like this video. It really helps getting this content to others, and subscribe to my channel as well, please. All right, so why did I go for crowdfunding? As you know, some people know me already. I'm not a big fan of venture capital and equity investments from business angels and things like that, just because venture capital, first of all, it's a big numbers game, and it takes so much time, usually a year or so, where as a founder, you do nothing else other than talking to venture capitals if you get appointments with them. I've always been lucky enough to get appointments with them, with even high, really tier one venture capital firms in Silicon Valley. But it never worked out, and it's just a big numbers game, and they find all sorts of reasons, right? And in the end, all these reasons are simply lies, because what they invest in is things like FTX, as you've seen, right? It's not like you got to have this and you got to have, good books and audited financials, all the stuff that they told me, right? They don't care about it, right? They only care about fear of missing out, FOMO. If something smells like it's going to be a rocket for growth already, then they just go in and they literally don't care about anything else. Also, I don't like the idea that, venture capitals can invest and have all the upside potential in new startups and others cannot, right? So before it's public, others cannot invest, right? And then they have a large privilege to get in on all these, opportunities that are out there. And the government, for some reason, is protecting, the general people, the general population, from investing in these perceived high risk investments, because they want to protect the population from the risks, but they also take away the opportunities and the upside potential from the general population. And that leaves venture capitals with kind of a huge privilege in society, which I personally don't really like. So I was going in for crowdfunding and, having the users, the future users on board, and having them, having a say in the direction of how everything moves forward. I love that about crowdfunding, right? So that's why I went crowdfunding with my company, Bitoku.io, the storage layer for smart contracts. So then when I did crowdfunding, why didn't I just go to one of these platforms, right? So the most famous one probably is Kickstarter. There's also Indiegogo, there is Start Engine, all these things, right? And I've been on those. And with these, those are for the general public that likes the articles, that likes the physical products that are being sold by those startups. And you see them with nice photos there on these websites, on Kickstarter, on, everywhere. It is really tough for a highly technical startup to grab attention, right? To compete against other projects that have super cool products like hoverboards and I don't know, all these type of gadgets that are attention grabbing for that audience that goes to Kickstarter, to Indiegogo, to Start Engine, right? There are some software projects on there as well, but even there, it is all the competition is, graphics design, super cool photos, and it's all this, right? And our strength is building that storage layer for smart contracts, which is highly technical stuff, which is world transforming. It just transforms the world's transition from a centralized winner takes all mode to a people owned, people controlled mode where things are not only decentralized from a location point of view, we have decentralized control, we have censorship resistance, we have tamper proofness, and all these type of things. And that's where the world is transitioning to, right? And without storage on smart contract, that transition will be hampered, right? So we're accelerating that transition. And we just don't think we can convey that, relatively. It needs some explanation, right? And we will, and all these crowdfunding platforms, they are for short attention spans, right? Within a tenth of a second, you say, oh, I love this project, right? So even if we went to crowdfunding platforms on the Solana blockchain, like SolStarter, Accelerator, Selenium, it's all like, there's gaming platforms there with nice looking NFTs and artists and stuff like that. And with short attention span, people gravitate towards these that look good, right? It is so tough to convey what we're doing on these platforms. And I'm reminded to the story that I read about the late Steve Jobs and why he figured he needed his own stores, retail stores for Apple, because it is just tough if you have something that has so much value in the details, so much attention to details, right? And then you're there somewhere at a Best Buy or something, and the products are next to 7 competitors. The competition is not by who's paying the most attention to detail. People go there with short attention spans, right? And they just grab something that looks the best on the surface because they make their decision in a tenth of a second, right? So that's why Steve Jobs made his own Apple retail stores. And it's kind of a similar reason why we thought, well, we need our own crowdfunding platform with only Bitoku, where we can lay out all the reasons why this is a world transforming technology that we're building here. And so that's why we built our own crowdfunding platform. And since it's all about blockchain that we're building, I also built the crowdfunding platform on the blockchain, right? And in our case, on the Solana blockchain. So if you go to bitoku.io, link in the description again, there is a so-called node store, and that's our crowdfunding platform. So you can purchase nodes there that give you the license to operate a node in the future blockchain that we're building. And you can be part of it, and anyone can be part of it, right? It's not like, oh, it's forbidden and there are just some elite few that can do that. Anyone can purchase this license. So that is fantastic. And it took me a long time to build that crowdfunding platform because it's full featured, right? It has an ascending pricing scheme. It is, of course, fully parallelized and all these things. It has a full-fledged affiliate program built in and all these type of things. So everything about it is set out on our light paper that you can find on the bitoku.io website. So I highly recommend you read that light paper. Everything's described there. And we built that crowdfunding platform on our own just for our own single crowdfunding project. And man, I would always do that again. I would always do that again, because that's where we can explain what we're doing. And we have the direct channel communicating with you guys. We have a Discord also where we can communicate with you. And man, has that been a success. We've had the private sale, and we raised 700,000 in the private sale, over 700,000. And then we raised over $1 million in the public sale in early November, starting on November 5th. So both of these were a great success. The one in November was really it was before the FTX collapse though, but it was still already in deep crypto winter. And even, in spite of that, we raised a total of $1.7 million. And I doubt we had been able to raise that on any other crowdfunding platform. It was a lot of work though. It's a 4,000 line of code app, distributed app on Solana. And it took us, months and months of 16-hour days with a small team. It was basically Kaveen and myself. So Kaveen, if you're watching that again, thanks for all your help. He was basically doing the front end. I was doing most of the back end. And we both spent a lot of time, a lot of sweat. During that time when I built that, I was #1 in the Solana Stack Exchange, right? So Stack Exchange is where developers ask questions, get questions answered by others. And I was #1 by reputation while I built that crowdfunding platform. It was not an easy feat. We did it, and it was all super successful. Thanks for everything. So now, in the middle of crypto winter, it's a great time to build. So from the money we've raised, we continue raising money. So if you want to be part of it, go to bitoku.io and grab your node now. We're building that blockchain now. We're going to have a really detailed technical white paper coming out real soon. We're going to have some minimum viable products out there soon so that you guys can see what's going on. And everyone wants to know when, but with technology that hasn't been done before, we just cannot make projections, right? And you see that in so many other fields. If it's about AI and self-driving cars and stuff, it's there when it's there, right? It's not like we know exactly what we're going to do and we know exactly how long it takes, right? There's some research involved. There's some things involved with, things that haven't been done before. So we're working on that, but it's not going to take long. You will see the white paper. You will see some minimum viable products, and we will move on. And once we have these next steps, that will be the trigger for our next marketing efforts to, get more nodes out to the people. There is a total of 50,000 founders nodes out there. We've only sold 1,700 something as we speak. So there's more nodes there. This whole funding process will go over the next few years, the same as it's going with Gala nodes. They have a very similar fundraising scheme as we have, and we're super excited for everything building this product. We're so thankful that with this crowdfunding platform, we're able to build that product now. And we're also super thankful there's no VCs or anyone in there that have outsized control. And we're getting to work. We're keeping you up to date. If you want to know more about the progress of the project, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and catch you soon.